you when it comes to Mandela medicine and wellness? What problem is it solving?
Any physical or mental ailment you might have, we can be an asset for that person. Someone is dealing with emotional issues. We have mental health therapists. We also have naturopathic doctors who can help, quarterback your care as well. Acupuncturist helping you with physical pain, internal medicine issues, digestive, stress, anything you have. We don't try to take the space of like a primary care doctor. That's an important thing for people to have. I would never suggest people, disregard their doctor's orders. It's important to have a doctor that you work with. That is not, there might be, like you said, like a TikTok acupuncturist that's trying to talk you out of, talking to a real doctor, but talk to a real doctor, get your blood checked, do the right thing for yourself, your family. Your family cares, like seriously. But if you have that information and you're checking off all those boxes and getting your checkups and everything like that, then we can help a lot to manage your experience with whatever you have going on medically.
In so many ways, you've already kind of answered what's the difference, because there's a lot of wellness centers. There's one literally on Alberta. And I still kind of want to ask you, like, what makes y'all different from everyone else, even though you kind of answer that. I kind of want to push the envelope is like having like that one-stop holistic care and like having that warm handoff. Like, why is that important to have that in the industry like you guys have?
Right. Well, we invest everything into both the patient experience and the practitioner experience.
Yeah.
Like we're a practitioner-owned clinic, and I made a decision a long time ago that I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to run my business in a way that, is exploiting the providers or is treating the patients, like a bank card. Like everything has to be harmonious, or working towards harmony. That's what I go back to over and over again in business and in how I, care for patients, is working towards harmony.
I like that.
Because it's like enlightenment. You can never reach enlightenment. You can't reach harmony, but you have moments where you feel like you're close enough that you're doing a good job, and you can always work towards it. And when you inevitably pass over that place of harmony, you're like, okay, how do I get back over there? So we do everything to make sure that people are having the right experience there. It's like you have to make business decisions, but I'm not going to make a business decision that takes us further away from patient care. And people can, count on that 100% with us.
Damn, that's tough. I think this person once said this once before, like how you do business is how you truly are. And like, It's not bad business. That's just, you're that. And you don't hear that often when it comes to like business, because, your doctors, the sense of caring, like it matters, like them doing a thorough job. And then also, I want to make sure my doctor's eating. I want
exactly.
It's the 360 thing. And so I'm glad to hear that that's like the mantra that you have.
Well, I just can't work around people who are struggling like that. Like I grew up quite poor, and, not that I had a bad childhood. I had a great, wonderful childhood, but I know what it's like to be, wondering if you're cool, and, if I was to show up to work every day and had to ask that question of the people who are working with me, because of a decision I was making, then I wouldn't be able to sustain that for very long.
I appreciate that, which kind of allows me to ask you, and this is definitely open-ended, answer at your leisure.